We have had a doozy of a day.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Johnny! Welcome to the Horror Basement and Beyond. I am one of your hosts, Johnny, and we have Jim Jam here.
Jim Jam here.
And yes, this is the actual Johnny.
Oh, you must have saw it, huh?
Yeah, I appreciate Alex. Appreciate you coming in, stepping in, and helping out last week. I don't really appreciate how Jimmy accentuated my issue with teeth pains because I had a toothache and not teeth pains. So, I didn't have multiple teeth. Well, I did have multiple teeth hurting at one time because it's like phantom pain. The shit would just move, and I don't know what was wrong. So,
well, I apologize because I said I shouldn't have said that because I didn't know nothing about it. I knew something about it, but
I had a tooth with a root canal, and it has a cap put on it. If anybody's wondering, probably not. But anyways, I'm telling you a story anyway. But and every once in a while it'll hurt. So I looked it up, and it could be a crack in it. Well, I went to the dentist, had an X-ray done. It also stopped hurting by the end of Monday. So it went from Thursday and escalated. I've never had it. It's been sore every once in a while when I eat something that's real chewy and it pushes on it. But this right here escalated to where I thought it was going to start swelling because it felt like a legit toothache. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You've ever had like ones where you had to get a root canal and it got infected? So I had antibiotics called in on a Saturday, and by Monday it stopped hurting. But that thing, it moved up into my sinuses. It was making my eyeball hurt on Sunday night. I couldn't sleep. By the time I woke up Monday, it had almost gone away.
About time for you to go to the doctor, it then went away, right?
Yeah, because I went to the dentist Wednesday, and they got to send me to an endodontist, which is a specialist.
Oh,
he
fuck.
can put a little camera down there and see if there's like a crack in the root somewhere.
You know what that means, right?
Well, I got insurance.
So. Oh, it's going to be expensive either way.
Yeah.
Because it's a specialist.
But I won't be able to go there for a while because of work situations. So, but thankfully it's not hurting. But I appreciate you, Alex, for stepping in. I'm not on meth or anything, so we're all clear.
I just said that because the skinny part. After we recorded that, I was like, that's kind of fucked up. I said that because now they're gonna think he's losing his teeth because he's on dope.
So
yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
But today we went to some haunted houses over the weekend. 3 of them to be exact. Seen Halloween Kills. That's the #1 movie in the United States. Not sure if it's the world, but
let's just say the world. We'll just say the world. Fuck it.
Yeah, and we're gonna let you know the most haunted state per capita or place per capita in the United States.
And I don't
which
understand.
Would make it the most haunted state as well.
Which I don't understand the whole per capita thing. I don't understand that wording. Oh,
like if they do. We'll just go into that first. So the way that this, where is it? The way that they do it is like for every 100,000 people, like the most haunted states or whatever they listed in America. Well, in the United States, because some people get mad when you just say America. Because there's no 100,000. Anyway, I get it. But you know how many haunted places there are in the United States?
How many?
Yes, take a guess. How many haunted, like not haunted attractions, like ghost places, haunted?
It's over 1,000, right?
Yeah, way over 1,000.
10,000?
Almost.
So it's less than 10,000.
More.
Oh.
But it's not. It's really close to 10,000. There's over 11,000. Now, some people would think that there's a lot more, but I would think that is because some people are fucking liars and they say that their house is haunted and it's not.
Well,
But
hey,
anyway.
we need to break out Woody. That's what I'm going to call him to go investigate.
Oh, yeah. From Story Tory.
No, from Paranormal Activity.
Yeah. But Kentucky has 79 haunted sites per million residents.
Ooh.
But that's not the most haunted.
So what is the most haunted?
Savannah, Georgia, with 15 haunted sites per 100,000 people.
I bet Thailand, if you go by world, Thailand would be because they got ghost houses.
Yeah. But we're not talking about the world.
Yeah.
We're all about ghosts here in America.
So, yeah, because we're all that matters, right?
Yeah, we're all that matters. We're number one. Mackinac Island in Michigan.
Mackinac Island.
A little island that used to be a fort, military fort, covering the, is that Lake? I guess it's Lake Michigan.
One of the Great Lakes.
Yeah, one of the Great Lakes. You have to get around that little point, you know what I'm saying, to get in. But anyway, with 16 haunted locations per 478 people, because it's a small island, and that's as many people, I guess, that live on the island. So if there was 100,000 people, and this is how they get around this, because they rank it as like 100,000 people. So if there was 100,000 people there, they claim that it would have over 3,000 haunted places, or a possibility, if it was big enough.
Yeah.
But it's a fort, and lots of fucking bullshit things happen at an old school fort, back in the early America. So there's probably a
lot of death, right?
Yeah,
probably a lot of. Yeah, I don't.
And I don't know the history of Mackinac Island.
Kind of sounds like a Boy Scout camp or something. Camp Mackinac.
Oh yeah, it could have been like a Nickelodeon show back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nostalgia for your ass.
And the majority of haunted places or whatever are ghosts, I guess, or men. And this is, I couldn't find the original article that I read that had more information, but this is like mlive.com. I don't know if that's Michigan, like, specific to Michigan. But porch.com, which used the Shadowlands Haunted Places Index, is the ones that come up with it. So, there's 11,418 haunted locations were identified across the U.S. according to the database. 510 of them are in Michigan. Oh, I guess making it only the fourth most haunted state in America. So, but yeah. So, I didn't go to the website and see what Tennessee was, but yeah. How y'all feel about ghosts? Let us know. You know how we feel about ghosts. We
Johnny,
can use ghost stories if you want to the hotline.
Yeah, for sure.
We got hotlines. I like to read them. I mean, I like hearing about ghosts. I'm becoming more open to ghosts. We did that last year. Try to at least.
Yeah, definitely hit that. If you're not watching this on YouTube, where you should be following us and subscribing and all that good stuff, you can call 931-325-9755 and leave us a voicemail about your experience or whatever. We will not answer because I got it set to voicemail. So yeah, do that. Yeah,
and we don't get any information from you or anything. We're not going to release any information unless you can give a fake name.
Yeah.
Just tell your story, and we'll play it on the air. And unless you don't want your voice to be heard, I don't know.
But please don't. It's not a. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not a confession hotline. So please don't tell us if you killed people. We don't want to know that. Do you want to know that, Johnny? Do you want to know?
I mean, if you did something bad and you just need to get it off your chest.
Okay, well that'll work too.
I mean,
yeah. Okay. If you have a confession, call 931-325-9755.
Yeah, but also if it is a murder, probably shouldn't, because then
you're gonna get caught.
Yeah, because then they'll be like, well, talking to us, and then
Yeah, we don't want all that.
we don't.
I'm just gonna
get caught for murder.
Johnny. I would probably just delete it and act like it never happened. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave that alone.
But no, we couldn't. We have an obligation to them.
Man,
they want it out there in the public to relieve their.
Please don't tell us if you killed somebody.
But what I'm saying is I wouldn't want you to get caught with murder that you're going to get away with. Okay? You did a bad thing, just go to the grave with it. But don't murder anybody either. That's wrong.
Yeah. Just leave that alone because you'll probably go to jail, and you don't want to go to jail because then Big Bubba, if you're a boy or a guy, Big Bubba might do things to you.
I don't want to be an accessory.
And I want to be able to do whatever. I want to be able to do whatever I want and go watch movies and go to haunted attractions.
Oh yeah.
Segway.
Yeah. So Friday night we went to Rigor Mortis. You can follow us on our Instagram stuff.
Yeah.
See a couple pictures probably. Rigor Mortis. It's in McMinnville, Tennessee. It's $25 to get in. And it was 100% better than it was last year for me.
Yeah, Jordan Winton, the owner. He's also a magician, by the way. Go be sure to check out his magic show if you can make it to McMinnville. But if you don't know what McMinnville is, it's a small town in Middle Tennessee. I went to high school there, kind of grew up there in my teen years, so it was nothing to do. I wish this haunt was there when I was a teenager because I'd probably been acting in that damn haunt. But anyways, this is something you would not expect to be in McMinnville, Tennessee. You know, you see all the sign and rigor mortis. I was like, oh, it's probably going to be whatever. Nope, not at all. Well, if this tells you anything, I don't know if it's a lot of it, but some of the sets are from Nashville Nightmare and other places, so it's what they would call premium. It's a premium haunt. Like I said, it blew my mind. You know, the stuff he had, especially every year most haunts change up things. He changed up the beginning of it. You will not expect what happens. Should we tell him what happens, or just?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it'll blow your mind. Like I said, where it's at. And especially if you go with someone that is truly terrified, it makes the time so much even better, right?
Oh yeah, any haunt will do that though.
Oh yeah. We had a friend, my wife's friend went with us, and I don't know if she was being more dramatic or what, but it was great. Oh man, she was falling down, screaming, truly, truly terrified, and it was a great time. But yeah, that was Friday night.
Yeah, well, more about that.
Sorry.
He's really improved over the years. It's third year open, and it's really came up. You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
We went to it last year, and I was like, it's okay. And then going to it this year is like way better. But and that's the thing about haunts. Like, as you get a little bit more money, and a little bit more knowledge, you know what I'm saying? You're finding your groove.
Yeah.
Because even if you've worked in haunts your whole life, when you open your own, you still have to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think you're going to knock it out of the park the very first year or two.
No. You definitely have learning to do and all that and grow.
Yeah.
And being in McMinnville, I'm sure it's hard to find actors. So he makes do with the actors he has, and he still has a lot of great scares that don't even need an actor.
Yeah, true.
So like I said, highly recommend it. They're still open. I think he stays open. I think he's open Thursday through Sunday. So 4 nights a week. That's definitely a premium haunt feel, because I think Nashville Nightmare does that, and I think also Johnny, Amy wants to go to the Blackout event at National Nightmare, November 19th. So I don't know if you want to go to that or not. You just get a glow stick, they turn the lights off, and you go through.
That'd be all right.
So yeah, hadn't been to National Nightmare in forever, so that'll be fun.
It's been 2 years.
Well, that's still forever, but we'll be sure to wear our steel toes through.
Yeah, I got PTSD.
Yeah, Johnny got his toenail removed. But yeah, accidents happen. It's all good. But yeah, rigor mortis, McMinnville, Tennessee, a must-see haunt for sure.
Yeah,
But,
it was a lot of fun. And then Saturday night we took a trip to Knoxville.
Saw our buddy Doug Cox at Screamville, Screamville Cursed Acres. It's in the middle of a cornfield, so that alone right there should terrify the hell out of you. Being in the cornfield at night, when I was going through, I thought that too. I was like, it's kind of eerie because you always feel like someone's behind you, or you never know where someone is. So it was pretty damn creepy walking through that cornfield. And what'd you think?
Yeah, definitely. And we also got to see former co-host Yeti.
Yeah.
Former member of the Tennessee Horror News. With us. So that was awesome getting to see Yeti and his family and going through the haunt with him. And that's the first time I've ever been there, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It's a decent length. The problem with it.
It's an unfortunate problem with outdoor hunts. If it rains, you're gonna have mud. But
yeah, and you kind of gotta expect if it rains, it's not gonna in a place like that where it's muddy and really really slick conditions. You know what I'm saying? And it's in a cornfield, so probably could have been better as far as more actors running through the fields. But you also got to look out for safety. But I got quite a few scares in it, jump scares, so I was happy with it. I had a lot of fun.
I had someone yell my name, kind of freaked me out. But I guess apparently I follow them on Facebook, so they know who I am, and I didn't realize it because they're actors, they're in their makeup, so I can't really tell who it is. But that was pretty cool. I won't give away the scene, but it was a pretty wild scene, and yeah. But
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to travel, or if you're in the Knoxville area, check out Screamville. It's a fun time. So, I want to say a thank you to Doug Cox for the hospitality. And while we were there, they were filming a documentary called something about haunts in the South. So, and it's apparently the only, from what Doug said, not apparently, from what Doug said, it's the only Tennessee haunt in the film. So, that's pretty cool. But we made our way about 20 minutes down the road and went to another haunt.
Yeah, that was in Powell, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is probably a suburb or something, offshoot of Knoxville, more likely. I would say.
Frightworks.
Yeah, Frightworks. They had really good sets too there.
Well, there's a reason why they had really good sets.
Yeah, brag on you, buddy.
Oh, Carol Moore, man, he come through on that one. He built some sets in there, which I'm sure it was still a good haunt or a great haunt regardless. But he definitely helped improve that haunt. That haunt, man, that a little building. It was a little building, and I was going in. I was like, man, how good can this be? It's little as hell. Shit, they made it feel like it was huge, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's bigger than what you thought.
Yeah, well, just from what I could see on the outside, but man, yeah. I was pretty creeped out. It got me cussing like I normally do, jump scares and stuff, and
there's quite a few jump scares in there too.
Oh yeah, and that's the one too that had me feel like something. Because I was going through behind everybody, and it made me feel like someone was always behind me. And unfortunately, we had a group behind us that wanted to fucking run.
Yeah, and we found that in at Screamville too. We walk through a haunt like you're supposed to just walk. Some people like fast walking through a haunted house instead of enjoying the haunt and like the ambiance. They want to try to get through it, and it's like, well, if you want to walk really fast through a haunt, yeah, it's going to be a lot shorter than what you expect because it's made to walk. Like you're just walking leisurely. You're looking at the sets, and maybe I take in the sets more. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I don't want to catch up to the people in front of us.
Yeah.
Because we do that so often. But,
we're the group that will actually stop and wait a minute and let people get further ahead. Because if you keep on behind people, it's going to ruin the scares.
Yeah, because they got to reset, and then if you're in the back anyways, it kind of ruins a lot of it if you got a big group because the actor can't reset. They're not going to try to scare you in a lot of places, Maybe if you're lucky, they'll run up behind you after you leave that little area. But, Frighworks, it was good. And, hell, even on the outside, I mean, they were smoking barbecue and, had apple, what's it called, cobbler and all that stuff out there for you to eat if you was hungry. But this is actually the really first of October cold night.
Oh, it was nice.
Maybe not.
Was able to throw on we had hoodies on. It was clear outside, so it was crisp air. It was perfect conditions for a haunt.
It had beanie on, or toboggan as we call it in the South. It had that on my head. It was great haunt weather.
Oh, like I said, perfect haunt weather. I wish it was like that the whole season. Unfortunately, we're in Tennessee. That don't happen. But yeah, they had merch and all that good stuff. So that's another one. If you want to hit up 2 haunts while you're in Knoxville, check out Frightworks as well. They got plenty more haunts in Knoxville. You can always check out the haunt directory at tnhorror.com. We have I think we have every state on there. If not, I'm still working on it. So what else? Next weekend, next Saturday, I will be at Screamville. I will be at Miller's Thrillers as the man-eating chicken. And my rubber chicken come in today, Johnny.
Oh, shit. You got with you? You didn't even got with it, man.
It's downstairs. Well,
No, don't worry about it.
No, I got this right here.
Already ruined it. So Halloween Kills come out. Yep, old rubber chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, before that, we went to Twin Peaks and watched the end of a Tennessee Balls game.
Good Lord, man. That place was insane.
I'm not a college football fan, so I root for pretty much any Tennessee team just because, born in the state and all that. But thank God I don't have like a passion for the Balls or a college football team to feel disappointment like I do for the Titans on. It's so stressful for me to watch a football game and like really root for the team.
It was wild because the fucking at the stadium or whatever, the fans were starting to throw down shit at the Ole Miss team or whatever. So it delayed the game by 20 minutes or whatever.
That was interesting just to go to like a big sports bar. I haven't been to a bar or like, I guess it is a sports bar. They got TVs everywhere.
I think it made it
some like Hooters, or anywhere to watch a game or anything in a long time. So
well,
it's fun.
If you haven't heard of Twin Peaks, well, this place it's like Hooters, but kind of like a lumberjack feel is what they go for. But girls were walking around. Some of the women were walking around in underwear. They were in underwear. I'm on my almost whole ass cheeks hanging out. So yeah, it was that.
Some people aren't as shy with it. It's like it's just a fucking ass.
Other girls was more conservative with it. They were a little more covered up, but some girls they were trying to get that money, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I imagine all of them made a lot of money there because it was packed. And
oh man,
it was just a good atmosphere. It was loud though, and I don't much care for really loud places because I couldn't barely hear the server talk. So but I mean that's part of it though. No big deal. I mean,
but
we had a good time there.
Yeah.
And Fortunately, the drive back wasn't bad. Even after the football game let out. But anyways, people don't want to hear about that. I just want to say we went to Twin Peaks and watched crazy.
Yeah, I really, when we was looking up real quick before we move on to Halloween Kills, we were talking about what we wanted to eat after we left Frightworks, and someone said Twin Peaks, and we don't have that around Nashville. I don't think we might have, but I was like, well, the opportunity's here. Let's go fucking try and see how Twin Peaks is. So it's like we said, it's kind of like Hooters.
I wish I'd have got the grilled chicken wings now.
I got the garlic parmesan wings or boneless wings and kind of fucking sucked.
Well, I think the grilled ones would have been great. Or the smoked ones, you know what I mean? But I ended up getting, of course, fish tacos. If I see fish tacos on the menu,
their fried cheddar bites are really good.
Yeah. Hell, the fried pickles were really good. But, they got good food.
Fries were good. Yeah, it was good food. Good fun, man. So
for the movie of the week. Tonight on the movie of the week.
Now it's time for
killed the box office with $50.4 million. So and it beat the top spot of new James Bond movie. Glass Jewel come out, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon movie, and it beat that. But you were saying that it failed on Peacock, or it didn't.
That's what I didn't see the article. My son brought it up after we was on the way home today. So apparently it failed. Well, it didn't fail, but didn't do good numbers on Peacock. But seeing things are kind of things have been opening back up and people are getting more comfortable with being in the public. People are actually going to theaters again. So more people probably went and watched it in theaters instead of watching it at home. And I recommend watching it in the theater. Right?
I don't know if I could. I can absolutely recommend it. I think this movie you could watch at home and thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, but still, it's fun to watch it in theater.
And also, I had my first bad experience at the theater watching it, and that could have been a big issue. And I'm a geriatric millennial, is what I'm. We talked about that because I'm born in 1980, so I'm like the first millennial, whatever, in that group. But fuck you, Gen Z. Fuck your faces. If you're going to go to a goddamn movie and the movie is fucking playing, shut the fuck up, get off your phone, and stop acting like you're at home. There's two fucking, little 19, 20-year-olds, a boy and a girl, boyfriend, girlfriend. I almost said something. But they're up there, 2 rows in front, and she was doing shit, and they're on the phone looking, and dude was on Snapchat looking. And she was moving around, getting up, like they were arguing about something. And, it didn't affect me as much, but still, fuck you. Like, if Craig has to go through that all the time in a theater, I wouldn't go to theaters much anymore either. You know what I'm saying? But I usually don't have to worry about it.
So they should definitely have watched it on Peacock, huh?
Yes, they should have been at home watching it. 100% should have been at fucking home watching it because they were not interested in the movie. It's like, why did you go?
Yeah.
And there was only 10 people or 8 to 10 people, maybe 8 including me. And it's just like, and I did see a guy that worked at Kasai there that I knew or that I know. And when I got out, I asked him about it and whatever. But he's like, man, them people in front of you, I about had to tell them, shut up. I was like, dude, I was so fucking close. And I know they heard me because they were parked right behind me. They had the windows down. Like, yeah, dude, I was real fucking close to them to shut the fuck up.
So you wasn't the only one thinking that.
No, but it was just, they weren't being loud. You know what I'm saying? But their actions.
Yeah.
They weren't being loud at all. It's just, they were fucking around. And it's just like,
being annoying, right?
Yeah, and I've never had that kind of experience. So I had my first time of it. I mean, one out of 100 movies I've seen over the years, ain't bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And usually, I really don't care if people like sit there and like whisper to each other. It don't really bother me that much. I guess because at home I'm talking about movies when we watch. We watch movies together, and we're always like, "What is that? What?" You know what I mean? We're talking to them.
Yeah.
But in the theater, we're not. But there will be
My
spoilers.
what now?
But first off, I just want to say on Rotten Tomato, and this is bullshit for me because, and I've seen this from people that are like die-hard horror fans. Some of them hadn't even watched the movie and say that it's going to suck. But Rotten Tomatoes got a 39% tomato meter with an audience score of 71 out of 2,500 plus reviews. But the Rotten Tomato meter, 39% is 149 reviews from critics. And that might hurt the film long term in a theater. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad of a movie. It's not a 39% movie. I would go with the 71% like rating of a movie, and to me, 71% is fine.
Oh
but
yeah.
It's all subjective too because people love it and some people hate it. I thought it was okay.
The thing about that Rotten Tomatoes is only approved. There's only approved critics are on there, and I don't think a lot of them are horror fans, and they're not fans of the the genre or the franchise of Halloween. So I don't.
There's not a lot of gore.
There's not a lot of gore. There is a lot of gore in that movie.
There's not a lot of gore, and to me, horror movies aren't fucking grand. Like especially slashers, like grand movies that have the best performances in the world. You know what I'm saying? There's no one going to win an Oscar from this fucking movie.
Oh man, so Anthony C. Hall, is that his name? Anthony,
the actor.
Yeah. Well, one thing I will say about it is that he is cheesy as fuck.
Oh, the fucking Tommy?
Yeah. Dude, he is super cheesy.
Yeah, and I don't think Jamie Lee Curtis did a real good job. Some of the dialogue, especially the hospital scenes, I didn't enjoy as much. Her dialogue was kind of stupid and weak.
Anthony Michael Hall is who I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Especially evil. What was it said that they was chanting "Evil dies tonight" or something like that? Yeah, it was. He was super cheesy, but the score though, man, it's always amazing to hear the score. It gives you kind of the chills because of course, who you got doing the score? The one and only John Carpenter. So, John Carpenter, his son, and another guy. I can't remember his name, but still though. Amazing score, but yeah, you're right though. Jamie Lee Curtis kind of shit the bed on acting in this one, but what kind of got me?
John Carpenter and Daniel A. Davies.
Yeah, and what about Big? What about Big John and Little John?
Oh yeah, and that's old Stewart from
Mad TV.
Yeah, dude, I love seeing him just because I really liked him in Mad TV.
Hey, no, I can do it.
Yeah. Look what I
can do. Yeah, look what I. Oh yeah.
Look what I can. Yeah, and.
That dude's great. But I think that right there, that had to be Danny McBride's idea. I would hope, yeah. Because I was happy to see that. You got the stoner, which this is a gay couple. But you have this. He was the Big John was the little guy, and Little John was the big guy. So it was, it was funny in that. But next time I'll use the pitchfork or something like that. You know what he said, Big John?
Yeah. So spoilers. What did you think? What scene? What kill do you think I laughed out loud at? Because I did laugh out loud. I said, "Oh," because I was like, "Oh." It was ridiculous and funny to me. I laughed at a couple of them, just how ridiculous they were. Oh, and by the way, we missed the trailer that we're going to talk about. Just as to remember. Just
Okay. Oh man, motherfucker, I don't know.
Well, think about it. There was one kill, and somebody was shot.
Is it where she shot herself?
Yeah. Oh, I laughed out loud.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking ridiculous.
Like he broke her arm, or
he twisted the gun around. What about at the beginning though, when the firefighters, where he was able to twist
the gun around, like she went to shoot, and he hit her, and she shot herself. Like the way that it was just ridiculous, I just laughed.
I wish I could have seen you when you laughed.
I was like, oh shit, because to me, I did not take this movie as serious, I don't think, as it should have been taken. Because, like you said, the cheesy acting from old dude, from Tommy, and I was just like, man, and the cliche of Michael Myers, you know what I'm saying? That gets to me a little bit.
My wife and kids were saying how in the fuck is a 55 or 56-year-old man picking up a firefighter like this? You know.
Well, no, he has super, and they explain that at the end.
Yeah, but
he's not a man.
Obviously not. If you know, and there was one part.
Go watch the movie before you listen to anybody talk about it. I didn't even watch the fucking trailer.
But
we're going to spoil this movie.
Yeah, but the end, when Judy Greer's character, what's her name? Karen. She stabs Michael, and what was thought to be the final blow or whatever. Some reason I teared up on that because I think her, in my mind, it was her trying to kill like the boogeyman that affected her all.
Family history.
Yeah, because it affected her whole life because her mom was obsessed with Michael. She was always there preparing her as she grew up to kill him when he comes back or whatever. And I guess that kind of got me, so I teared up a little bit on that. But man,
she fell fucking twice.
Yeah.
That bitch got what she deserved.
Yeah, well, we'll just say it. She got killed.
I mean, that fucking pisses me off so bad. Because it's just like, I know it's supposed to be like, oh my God, is he dead? But it's just like, you understand. But you understand. You talk about it in the fucking storyline about how he can't die. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's too hard to do.
As they was going through all that, you hear Laurie Strode like doing a voiceover or whatever, talking about how he can't be killed. And then too, I don't think the studio that made this cared to, because they kind of spoiled it when they announced the 2 more movies. Because obviously he's not going to die in this one.
He wouldn't die. I mean, come on, he's not dying.
Yeah, too much money to be made.
Allow him to even be actually killed off in a way that's definitive in the final movie of this little franchise. You know what I'm saying? Because it is their story of Michael Myers. You can continue to break out stories of Michael Myers on your own. You don't have to. You can go anywhere you want to from it, right?
What do you think? What did you think also about the how they incorporated the mask from Halloween 3?
Oh, that was great. I liked that. I was like, oh fuck yeah, that's awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's great. That's a good Easter egg if you want to call it that.
And then you saw the human pumpkin head in the passenger seat of the cop car, but that you can also see that on Terrifier. That is also in Terrifier.
They did flashbacks, so.
Yeah.
Which is good for me because
they
got out. I didn't never see how it, which you don't see how it actually got out. But.
No, you see how he lived.
Yeah.
Did you notice that he come out that roll up door?
Yeah. Yeah, you see how he lived. I'm saying you didn't see how he climbed out of the fucking massive burning. Like, did he just reach up and grab the fucking?
Oh yeah, you didn't see it, but you saw him walk out the front off the front or out of the front door. And that's when he fucking proceeded to fucking annihilate all the fucking. Then you see the fire department start up the big old chainsaw thing, or not chainsaw, but whatever that thing is.
Cutter, like where you cut people out of cars.
Yeah.
My thing, it's like a concrete cutter looking thing. But my thing is like, you see a guy killing your friends. Why are you all not just fucking? You got axes jumping in at the same time.
Yeah, but that like at the end of the movie, they all did that, and they overwhelmed him and everything, and
Maybe that's
yeah.
why. Because like we're going to actually go in all at the same time because people always question this.
But we go back to this. What about the part where they did the flashback of the cop that got stabbed in the neck or whatever?
Shot in the neck?
Yeah, huh?
You got shot in the neck?
No, the doctor from part 1 stabbed him in the neck.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it flashed back to him and that guy that got shot in the neck by him. But I liked how, because when they first showed it, you was like, was that in the original 1978? But they put kind of a grain filter over it to make it look like it was the 70s version, which, it really, because obviously they reshot, not reshot that, but that was not in the original anyways.
No.
But they shot it, but it flowed well to me, I thought.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I like that part where it's like, oh, give a little backstory, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
I just didn't care. Like, if you're going to try to kill Michael Myers, don't stop.
He's been doing this fucking 40 years. Obviously,
has he been doing it 40 years? Because he waited 40 years, technically.
It's been 40 years, and you know that the first time you shouldn't have let him fucking live.
Yeah, well, once he gets out of a burning building, I'm probably not going to stop hitting him or cut off. I'm fucking getting a shovel and fucking decapitating him while he's laying on the ground.
Yeah. Did you feel bad for that one guy that escaped with him? The long-haired guy?
Not really. I didn't really care about him because they didn't really build up the whole. I mean, that was so fucking stupid. Like the vigilante justice and the crowd mentality. This is what Michael wants, and I'm just like, you say that, and I guess that's other people's opinions in the story. I guess that's where it goes. Like, some people think that's what he wants, but really what he wants is just to go home and stand in the fucking window and look at himself. It's all they were saying through that movie.
Yeah.
He just wants to go home and stand in the window and look at himself. That's his whole goal. Like if everybody just stayed out of his way, he wouldn't even be trying to kill people because they blamed it all on the doctor that brought him back to his mom's or to his sister's house, Lori's house. So he wouldn't even have done that.
Yeah, he is. But anyways, I kind of, in a way, I felt bad for that guy. He was just he didn't seem like he knew what was going on. He was just like scared, and of course, you got a fucking mob thinking you're somebody else trying to kill you.
My other thing, though, is he was short and dumpy, right?
They obviously were full of rage and didn't pay attention to that because.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously had to be. But you get blinded by the mob. Like they say, one person is smart, but a group is stupid. Get people in a group and they become more dumb.
Yeah, man, it's
But definitely go. I mean, I don't think Halloween Kills was a bad movie. I thought the first one was better, but there's a lot of people out there saying that they don't think the first one was better. But I think I enjoyed the first one more just because to me, it brought it from the 1900s, into the early 2000s, just the 21st century from the 1900s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Late
well, hey, speaking
20s.
of, well, not speaking anything, but they've already shot part 3.
Yeah,
Halloween
well, I mean, they
ends.
had 2 years, so yeah, I think it actually worked out better for them. I hope they don't wait 2 years though, just cause.
So this is what IMDb says in the synopsis: the saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode to comes to spine-chilling climax in the final installment of the franchise. And it's supposed to come out October 14th of 2022. But of course it has Jamie Lee Curtis, Andy Matichaka, the girl who plays Allison. And then Nick Castle and James Judd Courtney are back as the Shape. And Nick Lawrence is a police officer. That's all that they have as casters right now, I think. But, yeah. So, yeah, there's that. So, 2022, definitely will be in theaters.
Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of this, with them bringing it back in October, is a great thing because just people are in the mood. You know what I'm saying? And really, yeah, I say that you don't have to watch it in the theater, but you probably should. I mean, it's just better. You have a good experience. But also, though, if you enjoy watching horror movies in your house in the dark, to get really scared, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have a better opportunity to be afraid in your house than you would be in a movie theater. But what would be cool, though, just saying, if it was allowed, which, you know, we live in a day and age which wouldn't be cool, but if you just had some random person accidentally walk in with Michael Myers outfit on and
Oh my God! I think there's some places that might have did that. Like some people actually went in dresses to watch the movie.
But then again, though, it would be super annoying if you did, and then there's people in there that were truly afraid of Michael Myers, and they started screaming. Because there are people out there that are 100% afraid of Michael Myers.
Dawn, one of the gorgeous ghouls, she is fucking terrified of Michael Myers.
Oh, there was a guy in high school where you could just start singing the music, walking down the street in the dark. You know, like 15, 16 years old, 17 years old, and would be afraid. You know,
yeah.
Whatever, the theme song, and it's just like, come on, dude, really?
How do you would you ever want to be like that? Where you wanted to be that scared of something and feel that kind of? I actually kind of envy people that get like that because that has to be an exciting feeling, you know, especially like going through a haunt. God, man, do you imagine?
Think it would be.
But you know, you're able to actually enjoy it, but still get terrified as something fucking shoots from the ceiling and scares you.
I try to let my guard down as much as I can through a haunt. Like I do look at the things, but like, I mean, I'm on edge anyways because I'm like, where the fuck is this son of a bitch coming from? You know what I mean? Where is the asshole going to jump out at me at?
I was thinking because
they're actual assholes.
When we went to Netherworld, they had one of the haunts was a 3D haunt, so you had to wear glasses. I actually got nauseous. Wearing the fucking glasses. I had to take them off halfway through the haunt.
Was it the lights were going?
No, it wasn't the lights. It was the
3D, or what was 3D about it?
They had paint and stuff, so I didn't care for it. I didn't care for the 3D part. It was kind of pointless to me. But wearing the 3D glasses made me nauseous though, so I had to take them off.
Well, my thing is though, it's like you put them on, and what's 3D? Like, is there tracers from the glasses, or is it just like?
Not really. They just had some. It was like paper 3D glasses. It was like paper glasses.
With the red and the blue?
I guess because it was dark, so I couldn't really tell. I got them somewhere. They're downstairs. I'd have to look at them, but
you know, like the old school 3D where they had like one red side, one blue side.
Like I said, I'd have to look at them again because I don't know where they're at.
I didn't understand how it would be 3D. I was curious about that.
It was just more of a gimmick, I think. But what we went through was like a spaceship alien type thing. So, but you know, not to get on that, but it was Netherworld, one of the top haunts in all the world. So the sets were fucking amazing, man. It was mind blowing. But what killed it for me, like Halloween Horror Nights, is a conga line. I can't stand a fucking conga line.
Yeah, that sucks.
But Netherworld, they've they've created their haunt to, or they adjusted it where you can still get scared in a conga line. So they figured that out. But go ahead. What was you saying?
Before we get off, the Devil's Light is a trailer that you could see when you go watch Halloween Kills, but you will not find the trailer
On YouTube.
on the internet. As of now, as of right now, you will not find it on YouTube.
I wonder if they're doing that as a.
It comes out in February about a nun that goes to a school where they teach exorcisms in the Catholic Church.
Don't she become like the first nun to become a exorcist specialist?
She's not actually exorcist. She just learns some of the stuff to keep herself safe. Is how it goes. But that actually looked pretty decent. I was like, man, you know what? That would be
and
or ghost paranormal movie. I'd probably like to go see.
And I believe it's PG-13.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, the trailer got me, and what got me more is when I looked it up after we got done. Like Johnny said, you can't find a trailer about it.
Yeah, and I was going to send it to a friend from work that we talk about horror movies a lot, and nothing. That's fucking stupid, but whatever it is, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know if it's kind of going to be like the. I found something that says it's a trailer.
Yeah, that's not. It's like a breakdown of. Yeah,
I wonder if that's just a marketing ploy.
Yeah, a nun prepares to perform an exorcism and comes face to face with a demonic force with mysterious ties to her past. The trailer's really good. It really kind of. I was like, man, you know what? I'd like to see that.
Wonder if it's because maybe they're not. I don't fucking know. I just all speculate. They're all speculating.
There's a more longer synopsis and actually a good paragraph that pretty much spells out what the trailer is. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
Like
my wife's very excited about that one. There was another one she was excited about that we're going to go in February to see as well. Because there was two trailers that showed that's going to be out in February. I couldn't remember the other one. But I know we saw the poster for Ghostbusters, which that comes out next month. We'll definitely be going to see that in theaters, and Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. But you can, actually that one, Resident Evil, me and Alex did a reaction to that trailer. So check that out on last episode of the Horror Basement.
The Black Phone.
Yeah, that's it. That's another Blumhouse movie.
Yeah, that looked pretty decent too. Yeah, I was like, man, you know what? That looks pretty good.
So they had some pretty damn good trailers in this the beginning of Halloween Kills. But before we go, I'm about to drop a review of this movie right here. Johnny, here you go.
Old?
Yeah, old. I got Universal sent a copy of the Blu-ray and DVD, and I did a review right before we recorded the podcast. But it'll be out before the podcast. So check that out. Pick it up and all that good shit. It's a M. Night Shyamalan movie, if you don't know. Johnny, did you go see that in theaters?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Johnny's got that unlimited pass, so he goes and sees all kinds of movies.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Actually already has reviews out on it somehow. I guess people got copies and
Johnny, you know what I'm about to do, right?
February 4th, 2022, and it's Ethan Hawke's in it, and
yeah, and he plays a villain,
and it's a paranormal thing, and I was just like, man, that actually about a kid that gets abducted, and I was like, that looks good. Short story of the same name by Joe Hill.
Maybe that's the review you saw from the short story. Maybe they did a short film, but
I don't know.
If I can find an email.
Oh, wait, no, that's talking about the trailer. Never mind, I'm wrong.
Oh, it's a review of the trailer?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't have. There's nothing I can
Oh,
find.
fantastic! The Black Phone Film Review, Fantastic Fest 2021. I'm not going to look. It don't matter. I wouldn't read a review right now, anyways, because I'd rather perform my own.
Well, from what I just looked up, it probably would be impossible. They probably wouldn't give out online screeners anyways. So we'll just go check that out in theaters when it comes out in February. But I like the fact that it had Ethan Hawke as like a villain character. So that's pretty cool. And it kind of gave me the feel of that movie he was in, because it is from the same people that made Sinister, or producers or something like that. And of course, Ethan Hawke was in Sinister. So yeah. So I guess that's all we got, Johnny.
Do what?
What? Appreciate you. Yeah. I was about to end it, but go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all listening, and once again, thank you, Alex, for stepping in last week for me. Greatly appreciate it. He's an awesome dude.
Hey, he's actually coming to Full Moon next year. He's gonna fly out. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. We're gonna get to see Alex. He started out as a patron, turned into a friend.
Yep.
So yeah.
Awesome. Conuga's coming up in 5 months, guys.
So we're gonna after haunt season is officially done, we're gonna start working on our panels and figure out what we're gonna do with that. So
we definitely need to do that. Yeah. So appreciate y'all listening, and make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel, please.
Please, yeah, do that whole thing. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to let you know when we upload new videos and all that good shit.
Yeah.
Trying to do more with it, and hopefully we got some more chip reactions coming out.
Yep.
Johnny still has some that we haven't done yet, so yeah. So there you go. Thank y'all. I guess that's all we got, Johnny. We out.
Now it's time to say goodbye to the basement guys again. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Or that is, spooks and spells. Take your shirt off. Y'all come back now, you hear?